All right, guys, we're back.
Look at these bad boys.
Some cupcakes that Doodle Bob has made for us. Pretty sweet looking. All right, now we've got a longtime friend of the stream, Mr. Rensuya. How you doing, my dude?
Pretty good.
GMK Terra is out. We were just talking about how it was initially on our show when you launched the interest check. We're here talking about it as it's live.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's still up for another week. About a week, yeah.
So, anyway, so we've had you talk, but maybe things have changed. I don't know. We'll do the fast four again if you remember your top 4 favorite switches.
Let's say probably Inks for sure. Probably my top switch. And Xylence, V2 Xylence, and I Tangerine's pretty good, but other than that, I don't really have a fourth.
There you go.
So top 4 boards.
Did you guys ask this one last time?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I believe so.
So like boards I own or just boards? I can't remember.
Either or.
Okay. Probably gonna say top board is either the E7 or the TMO. Really like those boards. 2 more. Probably the upcoming Bower. I'm really looking forward to that board a lot. And the Chimera.
Ooh. Were you able to get in one? It just launched today, right?
Oh, the Chimera?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm in.
Nice. So, and then top 4 favorite key sets, and you cannot include ones that you will be or have had your hands in, or your girlfriend or hers that she has designed either. Hush. I'm about to slap you.
Okay, so top 4, not mine or hers. My favorite key set then that's not one of mine is probably Shoko. Then that follows in with Hydro, Polar, and then let's see, 4th one. It's hard. That's pretty hard. Have to like look over. Probably DMG. I like DMG pretty good.
It's a beautiful set. I feel like a lot of people really didn't appreciate that set when it was in interest check and during group buy last year, and now they really regret it. Obviously, round 2, did significantly better than round one. But yeah, it was definitely a set that really kind of lit up our MK after it was released.
Yeah, how did round 2 do for that? Do you know?
I think it did over 500.
Yeah, it like doubled the numbers in half the time.
That's not surprising.
But when that ran, the community was much smaller. So, and then top 4 favorite foods.
Uh, brownies, probably mac and cheese. Uh, any kind of bread. I like bread. And then sushi.
Solid. The cupcakes are delicious. Yes, I did.
Holy
inhale
shit,
mine.
you ate it already?
4 bites, man. That's all you need for a cupcake.
I like to enjoy I thoroughly enjoy my
There's
cupcakes.
like 30 of them in the other room. I can enjoy all those. Oh, you're eating the icing first?
Yeah, dude.
Are you 12 years old?
Oh, that's weird.
Sorry. Rensuya, how do you eat your cupcakes?
Not like Osiris.
See, I ripped the bottom off and put it on top, and boom, like a sandwich. I didn't do it on that one, but I'll have another one later and eat it like you're supposed to.
See, I typically don't like icing that much because it's way too sweet, but that icing's really good because it's got like a little coffee in it.
Eat one, dude.
No espresso.
It tastes like a cup of espresso.
I'm waiting.
We got Tyson here, by the way.
Oh,
He's
no,
hanging
Tyson.
out. Not Tyson. I literally was reading Tyson in the chat. We've got Rick here, by the way.
Hey, what's up?
He's hanging out, lubing some switches.
He's helping us out with one of our builds that we're gonna be doing
That
later.
we're working on at like 5.
I will not be here for that one.
Rick has been here. He came back in like around about an hour ago. He left for a while.
So just before this, you were in a raid. I'm assuming it was World of Warcraft.
No.
Oh, but
The new Pokemon game.
oh,
Wait, there's raids in Pokemon Sword and Shield?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You fight
Holy
that
crap!
gigantic match.
Oh, that's cool.
It's for
Wow, blowing my
Yeah, I
mind
was
over
playing with
here.
some friends. That's pretty good.
Sounds awesome.
Might have to check that out. Well, I plan on buying it eventually. Just haven't yet. Anyway, so GMK Terra is the next in line. It is the Earth Kingdom. So how is this set being run differently from Mizu? Like, what have been your experiences from running Mizu to now into Terra?
Well, Mizu was definitely. I was more in the dark with that set, not having run any more sets before that, so I didn't have all the knowledge that I do now. Like to speed up things. So this one's been a lot smoother and streamlined as far as just getting things done and knowing what I need to do. I'd say it's just been a lot easier.
Less stressful.
Yeah, definitely.
So the only other the one thing that I did see with Terra though is that you guys did drop a couple kits like right off the bat. Was
Yeah.
that something you talked to Dixie with, or was that primarily Dixie? Or
No, we discussed that. It was a mutual agreed thing to drop those.
Interesting.
They had to be dropped. They were just doing too poorly immediately. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the numbers on the charts, but I think they only sold like a couple kits right off the bat. And while there's like decent sales for the base kits and then everything else, it just, I mean, we could have let them run out through the whole group buy, but I think Dixie talked about that a little bit. It'd just be like let's say, we're at the MOQ, right? And then like, I don't know, 50 Katakana's kits sold or something. And then we don't buy it out. That's 50 people that he has to refund. And then that's 50 people that might not want the base kit anymore. So it's just a lot of hassle later down the road. So we just nixed those earlier.
Yeah, it's better to nip it in the bud rather than let it go through and have to deal with that on the back end.
Sad to see, but it's an understandable sacrifice that instead of running the risk of, like you said, ruining the group buy.
Yeah.
So we've seen this with a couple kits or a couple key sets recently. We just talked about one that was one of your favorites, GMK DMG. What are your opinions? What are your thoughts as a key set designer of the kind of lightning round twos that people are doing, where it's just shipped round two, go ahead and throw it up and run it for a couple weeks?
Um, I don't know. I mean, definitely people were wanting the set, right?
Mhm.
Like, I mean, it had just run like what was the time gap there? Like maybe 2 months or something between when it had run and
It
I don't know.
it ran initially around this time last year. They
I
they
mean, like from when it shipped, it shipped and
yeah,
then it reran like shortly after. Yeah,
it was about 2 months. Yeah.
yeah. Well, see, people had it in their hands and people realized what they missed out on. Like it was obviously a really good set. I mean, I love it. I'm glad I got in on the first group buy, and if I hadn't, I'd be pretty upset. I mean, I guess not if it had a round two that quickly, but so I mean, I guess a round two being that quick is good in some ways because you know the people that missed it and that really wanted it can get in on it, and they don't have to wait as long. You know, because if it was 2 years later after the first group buy that the second one started, then that's even longer. People are gonna have to wait for the key set to ship. But I don't know. Personally, I think it's a little rushed to do one that soon. But I mean, do what you want with your own set, and as long as the vendor's cool with it.
Absolutely.
So, and then what was you did kind of make that decision with Terra, kind of switching into more of the yellow theme than the gray theme. What kind of led to that with
Um,
the accent kits?
yeah. So originally, I thought I liked the gray more, the light gray, but after we had more renders done with the yellow accent, I realized that I liked it more. And just as far as the theme goes, the yellow is pulled from uh, one of the main characters from the show, Toph. I don't know if you're familiar as much with the show. I can't remember.
I am Osiris.
I am not at all.
Oh, okay. Well, the yellow is actually pulled directly from her, being one of the main earthbenders, and it made a lot more sense for me, like for the set to use that color.
hmm
Um, and I just grew not to like the gray as much. Like I still like the gray; it's still good, but I just like the yellow more. And then I guess it was also the poll. I let the people vote on it, the yellow between the gray, and the yellow just won by a landslide.
Absolutely. I think when I was looking at it, I was like, man, the gray works, but I think the yellow really kind of pops a little bit more. Felt like it made it a little bit more. There's a little bit more separation. The gray's a little bit more subdued. The yellow is a little bit more, not aggressive, but it was just nice. It was nice to see good little separation between.
Yeah, I actually really like the set without the accents. Just speaking about it strictly from a key set standpoint, just ignore the theme. I think it looks pretty clean that
Absolutely.
way.
Yeah, actually, I'll probably wind up regretting this eventually. So I got in on Terra, and I wound up not getting any accents, or not accents, but novelties, just because money was a factor in playing into that, and I really wanted the space bars. But I was like, the colors alone are fantastic on this set, and I think the colors kind of speak for themselves as opposed to. I mean, while yes, it's a great theme to it with the Avatar theme, and I do like the Avatar theme. I was just like, the colors alone sold me on it. The theme didn't really sell me on it that much.
Yeah, not as much of a fan of Avatar, or
I like Avatar a lot, but it was more of just like I saw green and I was like,
oh
Avatar.
yeah,
Avatar wasn't.
that was enough.
That was enough to like literally that was enough. It's more of just an add-on bonus that it is an Avatar theme, and I'll probably try for um some novelties once they go into extras
Yeah,
and snag some. But at this time, I was like, I just don't have the extra, $50 $50 to drop on the novelties, but it's
Yeah,
a
for
good
sure.
set of novelties, and I like the avatar, the actual avatar glow in the dark themed cap as well.
Yeah, that was one thing I wanted to keep that cap throughout all the sets. The glow Aang eyes novelty.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm updating the.
Update the stuff. So, when are we gonna get a chance to see the next one?
Well, I'm not going to be launching that one tonight. If that's yeah, yeah. I know last time we announced Terra on the stream, but I won't be doing that with Fire. I'm not quite ready with it. It's still got a lot of work to be done, and I do not want to rush that set.
Absolutely. I mean, it's Fire Nation, right? If I'm
Yeah.
correct on my order. Jakey Render asks, "What are the two blue boards behind Rensuya?" I believe one of them looks like a brutal 60.
Yeah, one is the round one proto brutal 60, and then the one behind it is an M65A Hydro.
That's the one that color was the one of the ones that was done after the fact, right? The M65, those were run by Keyclack, like
I believe so. Yeah.
post.
I'm not really sure because I didn't buy mine from the group buy. I bought it Mech Market.
So
You've been a busy man this year. You've ran. So Mizu was your first set of the year. Peaches and Cream. Now,
which coming soon, maybe TM.
What are we talking about? Peaches?
Peaches and Cream.
Are we talking about like shipping or?
Yeah,
I mean, I don't.
Oh,
Mizu's not even shipped yet.
I know, but I'm on
well,
Cream.
Peaches shouldn't be too far behind Mizu. Oh, by the way, probably get flamed a little bit for this, but there was an error with the shipping date for Mizu. It's not actually shipping the first week of December. I think that's the public thing right now. Everyone thinks it's the first week, but I had like a miscommunication with Dixie or something.
Oh, I messed that up. Sorry. Good.
So it's actually shipping the third week in December. That's what it's projected to happen. So everyone's probably going to get it around Christmas. So, and then for Peaches, you're probably looking at like end of January, early February. As long as nothing goes wrong.
There we go. Fixed it. Sorry, I was thinking about, because I remember when we talked last time, we actually talked about Cat a little bit, and you talked about you liked Cat Eternal, and that was either right after or right before you released the interest check for Cat Atlantis. And I did actually kind of want to talk to you a little bit about changing between GMK and Cat and how you approach the design differently and what kind of differences you have to take when you're just changing something as simple as the keycap profile.
Yeah. So obviously there's a big difference between GMK and Cat. Funny thing is, before I got my hands on a set of Cat, I didn't think I was going to like it at all, and I didn't want anything to do with it. And my girlfriend actually wanted to. She was already in talks about running a key set in Cat before I was, and she had never tried it either, and she was just all for it. And I was like, "How can you be all for something when you haven't tried it?" Which I don't know. Anyway, so I bought Cat Alpha back when it was in Group Buy, and then it came and immediately fell in love with the profile. Which is surprising because it's I don't know if you would say it's a little closer to SA than GMK, but I didn't care for SA at all, so I just thought it was weird liking it. But I love the stuff; it's great, and that's when I knew I wanted to start working on a set for it. As far as the differences, while I was working on it, I think the hardest thing in the transition from GMK to Cat for me was working on the kits. Because with GMK, I've ran a couple sets, and I kind of have an idea of what I want to put in my kits and what I don't want to. So it's pretty straightforward when I come up with a new design. It's just plug and play colors and put the theme in there and decide what I want to do for novelties, mats, and such. The kit's not so much work now, but with Cat, it was a lot more work, a lot more.
Mhm.
Because I don't know if you guys see, but there's like if you just go look at Atlantis, there's tons of kits and they're all over the place. And there's so many different ways you could do them. And I'm like, if you look at anyone else that's running a Cat set, none of them are the same. Like none of the people currently running sets have the same exact kit layouts. They're all very different. And there's no right way to do it right now, like, and there might not ever be. There's just however who wants to run it their way. So.
And it's funny that you talk about that, because one of the things I was thinking of is as a designer, is that freeing? Does it feel like you have more opportunity to kind of do what you want and be more creative that way, and having the ability to split out, do a ton of different kits and do a ton of different things? Or is it more like stressful? Is it more daunting to do something like that, rather than just the standard, 3 or 4 kits that you do for like a GMK set?
Yeah. So actually, I've been really excited about working with cat kits, even though it's a lot more work. I do like the fact that I can put more keys in and not have to worry about MOQs as much, and I can make more kits to make more people happy. Like, there's always, tons of people asking for things like Colmac and stuff like that, and international kits with GMK, and it's just really hard for those kits to hit MOQ if you're not on drop. I mean, but with Cat, we don't have to worry about that so much. So it just makes me a lot happier because I don't have to like leave anybody out, if that makes sense. Like if somebody asks for, a kit, like, okay, no big deal, I'll just add the kit, within reason. I'm not going to add like 10 kits, out of nowhere that no one has ever ran before. But, or if someone asks for a key here and there to be added to a kit, as long as they've got good reason for that key to exist in there, I'll add it. I mean, the MOQs are pretty lax for Cat, and I feel like that should be abused. People should take advantage of it.
Yeah, and you did Lucky Jade as well. I was looking through because this is one that I typed on Cat, and now granted, I only typed on it for about a couple minutes. I didn't know how I liked it, but the colorway alone makes me want it because, I mean, for those who don't know, I love green.
Just for the record, the Jade set's not mine.
Oh, I thought this was yours. I could have sworn.
No, that's my girlfriend's key set.
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough.
I can't take any credit for that.
I was about to say that's hers. She's doing that, and Moondust as well.
Yeah.
Well, your girlfriend did a great job on this set. And looks awesome. Anyway, moving on.
I should just silently took all the credit. She'd be so mad. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Just tell her she did awesome.
Well, she's in the chat. She can hear you.
Yeah, she knows. We talked in length about how awesome her artwork is as well. I know that she does.
Jade is mine.
I know she does a lot of the artwork as well. I know y'all kind of collab on some stuff, bounce ideas off each other for different things. So it's a really cool aspect to what you provide. I think that's awesome that you were both in the hobby and not just like kind of like one's really into it and the other one's not. Like you're both like into it, designing, putting things into the community, putting things out there. That's a really cool thing to see.
Yeah, I actually like working with her on kits because her own sets, because like I do the kits, like, so I guess I did help with Lucky J. Like all the kits are me. If you ever see updates on the kits, that's always me. But the art, that's her. And the same goes for my sets. If you see art on the sets, I don't draw at all. Like any art you see, that is all her. I mean, I may have come up with some of the ideas, but she has to do all the actual hard work of drawing them, and then I spend all the hours put into thinking about what key should go where. It's just kind of a mutual thing.
It's awesome. It's such a cool thing to see, and it's a unique aspect to a relationship and to the community.
Not many people can say that. You're the keyboard power couple.
I haven't heard that one yet. But okay.
Gonna be a thing. I like it. So, what are some with Mizu? What are some? We've asked this with a couple sets before, but what is a board that you were really looking for? Not Mizu, I'm sorry, Terra. With Terra, what is a board you were really looking forward to putting on?
You just had to ask me that one. I have no idea. So, hot take. Green is one of my least favorite colors.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll probably put it on a black keyboard or a gray one, to be honest. I think it looks better on darker keyboards just from the renders, but we won't know for sure, to be honest, until it comes, because sometimes sets end up looking, better or worse on certain things than they look in the renders versus real life. Now, I'm not saying I hate green. Obviously, I designed a green key set, but it's just one of my least favorite colors. But I do really like the shades of green that I used here. Like,
Yeah.
hating on my own key set, obviously.
According to your girlfriend, I believe that your taste is trash. Apparently,
It is. It's garbage. Well, her favorite color is green, so
okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Well,
she's kind of biased.
She's
Yeah.
got great taste then.
I mean, to be fair though, like as Janky Renner just said, Terra looks great. Would look great on a dark board, black, gray. Really, I mean, and it looks. I'm sure it looked great on white as well. I don't know how.
I think we got some
yeah,
renders of it on white, though.
Every set looks great on white though.
Oh, for sure.
I could be wrong, but I think we posted some of it on white.
My plan for it is on a gray board, but
Yeah, Chewy and gray boards. Name a more iconic duo.
Yeah, it looks pretty good on gray. I think I like it on black a little bit more, which is surprising because I don't own a single black board at all. Yeah, there's a render of it on white. I thought there was.
Yeah, I think seeing it.
It'll probably look pretty good on polycarbonate too, but what doesn't look good on that? Kind of goes with everything.
Is there a set that looks bad on polycarb? Not really.
No.
Yeah.
It's just one of those like, oh, it's clear, it works.
Yeah.
Maybe the clear Rama grid caps.
Probably, but then you'd go for the all clear kind of scheme, and then it would just wind up looking good.
I don't have a render of it, but I think it looked pretty good on like gold or yellow, like the accent yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I could be wrong, and it could look trash, but I think it would look nice.
So, who came up with the idea of the desk mat giveaway?
That was Dixie's idea.
It's a cool idea to kind of and we talked a little bit about this before about like building the almost like a full, like each set, right, is part of like the kit, right? It's the full set of the avatar. I said Naruto again. Thank God I didn't.
Oh my God.
The avatar landscape, right? So it's like almost like a collect all four, and it's cool that they're offering they're able to get that if you got Mizu. I think it's a great opportunity. So
Yeah. Well, he came to me with the idea. He was like, "Hey, what do you think about giving all these people that bought Mizu a Terra mat?" And I was like, "Oh, that's a pretty cool idea." And then I was like, "Well, why don't we do that for the other key sets as well?"
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to do that for all of them. So if you bought Terra, if you bought Terra and you're getting the Fire Nation set, you'll get a mat for the Fire Nation set, and so on for Air as well.
If I decide to get Fire Nation.
Yeah, Chewy's over here getting stoked about the next couple sets.
Yeah, if you like it.
I don't know if because red's not really my favorite, but I know that even though orange and yellow are not like pale orange and pale yellow are not really like my two favorite colors, like the Air Nation one will just look really good. Like those two colors I think would look good.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of a lot of people have been like in my Discord, I know for sure, have been guessing around like what's gonna happen for Aaron. And for some reason, I see a lot of people just expecting it to look like Muted Round 2 or something. Or
Really?
just blue and white, which just never makes sense. But you know, like whatever, and then just be surprised when they see it.
Real quick, janky render. I have HD 650s, and I'm not using an amp, just a DAC UR22. Sorry.
No, you're good.
So, but on what was the? I'm sorry, I'm because I went into this interview thinking he did Jade.
I
Not
just throw you off hard.
yeah, like,
Apparently,
I mean,
reading is hard for Chewy.
I mean, you can ask me questions about it. I mean, I helped with it. So
I think it was just one of those like, oh, Jade. I remember seeing that in Rensuya's Discord. I'll just like, yeah, obviously he did Jade.
I mean, you
yeah, I guess that's kind of the problem with adding all these other sets in my Discord. I've even got a couple in there that aren't from me or her. So
Just doing my research and being led astray. I am loving the fact that you can do novelty space bars.
oh, with Cat, yeah.
Yeah, like that's a cool idea and a cool theme.
Like,
you're talking about with the cat.
yeah, with
cat
Atlantis.
novelty space bars.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I just feel like they're so different, right? Like we haven't seen anybody do those before, and it's. I mean, when when we first threw it together and I looked at it, I was like, I don't know about that. And then the more I looked at it, I kind of liked it. I don't know. Obviously, it's more clean without it, but it's just different, you know.
Well, and that's the cool thing about these other profiles that are getting used, where you can do what you were talking about diving more into the creativity with the actual kits. It really lets you kind of express the creativity and the theme of the set more so than you would be able to with a typical GMK set. Instance.
Yeah.
Well, that
Yeah,
you
there's
can you can go as hard as you want, or you can back off, and you can like, oh, I just like the colors, get the colors. Oh, I want to go as hard as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, you can go pretty hard with the images on the cat novelties as well. Like if you look at the current kit that I have, I don't know how familiar you are with it, but the some of the row 4 novelties are pretty intense. Like I know they would not be possible at all on GMK, but they are possible on
Those
cat.
are insane.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to keep those keys. While they are possible, they're a little too detailed for looking clean, which I still like things to look pretty clean. So currently working on some better versions of those. My girlfriend disagrees with me very much. She's gonna be really mad if I cut those keys. But
yeah, the those novelties are super detailed.
Yeah,
that's crazy that it's even possible on Cat. Like I can't believe that they are able to that they're able to do that detail that small and keep it legible.
Yeah.
Like that never even be remotely. It doesn't seem like that would ever be remotely possible on a GMK set. Like you would never have the opportunity to do something that detailed and that fine with the lines and everything.
No, there's no chance you'd find that on GMK.
Dixie and Tyson, thank you for the hosts. Definitely appreciate that. For those who don't know, we'll be giving away a group buy spot for GMK Terra at the end of this segment. I know you've got work in the morning, so I don't want to keep you. We might run it about half an hour early.
Yeah, I didn't know when. I guess I got a little mixed up on the time when I was coming on here and such. I misunderstood earlier. I thought we weren't coming on till like another hour from now.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well,
So
then
I'm actually good.
okay. I didn't want to keep you up from tomorrow. But tomorrow was
Yeah.
my apologies.
I just misunderstood. It's all good.
No. So
I know you. Oh, go
okay.
ahead.
No. Good. Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say. I know you guys mentioned Jade, but I don't know if you like earlier you posted that little thing in chat that had the key sets. You didn't mention the other set that I have in IC.
Which one is that?
I don't know if
So
you're
many-
aware of it.
It might not be.
I've actually got a PBT set that's in IC right now that you didn't list.
Oh, the blue one.
The Aqua Goddess, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I have seen this. I've seen this. This is the one with all the crazy colored space bars. Yeah,
Yeah, that would also be really crazy on GMK.
yeah. Those would be. So that's another thing with PBT. Exploring that. Are you planning on doing more in the future? Obviously, I know you're obviously Aqua Goddess isn't even to group by yet, but is that something that you're looking to try to get into as well to try to expand on the possibilities and the colors that you can do and the amount you can get for the price?
Maybe. I'm not really sure how far I want to go with the PBT yet. Honestly, I don't know if I'm for sure going to switch it or not, but I'm considering swapping the Aquagata set over to Cat at the moment. I've actually got a poll in the Discord in the IC for that, and I just flat prefer Cat now to everything. Like I think it's superior to GMK. I know a lot of people probably disagree with me, but you know, opinions, preference.
Preference.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like it as much at first, but you just got to spend some time with it. It's pretty good. But as far as PBT goes, like it's still really good. It just depends, I guess, on the factory that's making it. You know what I mean? Like there's different PBT places and different qualities. Yeah,
You're getting some threats in the chat.
Am I?
Zero Apocalypse is gonna throat punch you.
Oh god.
Colt, we're doing all right. I'm a little low on water at the moment, but yeah, nice and fun. We're still at it.
I don't know why he's so mad about the swap, but
Yeah, I mean, my thing is, I'm down for people to try too many or try all the different types of sets, all the different types of profiles. I think it's a really cool idea to be able to get into PBT and see more of that, see more Cat, maybe see some of the. We have the other. What is it? Is it the ones that are running on Dixie and Novel Keys? It's like run by JTK.
Oh,
There's so many profiles.
HSA?
Yeah, HSA.
HSA.
yeah.
It's just awesome to see all the different profiles that are able to run, and I think it's cool to see that you're branching out. You're not just sticking to only GMK or only Cat, only SA. I think it's cool to see that, and it's cool to hear about how different and how free you are to design with certain ones, and how the differences are between each one.
Yeah.
It's kind of the draw to it too. It's like, GMK, well, it's great and people love GMK and Cherry Profile in general. It does kind of have this, like, it fits into this box and it doesn't really go outside of this box that much. Whereas Cat can kind of, novelty space bars, like that's not a thing outside of Cat, so at least not right now.
Yeah, you're more limited and restricted with GMK. That's kind of the downside to that, really. That and the price. I mean, the more you add to it, it's going to get more expensive pretty quick. Like you were saying, like that crazy space bar skit on the Aqua set, like that space bar skit wouldn't even be possible on GMK. I mean, it would, but it'd be crazy expensive. No one would buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, having 3 different colored space bars and then all the different options within that, like,
Yeah,
it's pretty.
I know that looks pretty scary, but like as PBT, that kit would be extremely cheap,
Yeah,
extremely affordable.
absolutely.
Same thing for Cat too. Like you can just go nuts with the kits and like take one of the Cat sets that's already run, for example, like Milkshake. You can get in for most normal compatibility, like Alpha and mods, for like under $100. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and there's definitely a ploy to breaking out all the kits rather than like you get with Cat or SA. Obviously, PBT still has a pretty large base kit, but it's just naturally less expensive. So it's pretty cool to be able to really pinpoint and pick exactly what you need. Like you're not having all these extra kits that you just sit in a tray or in a bag. You don't have all those extra keys just laying around after you've got your board all capped up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's one thing I always hated about GMK was just all the wasted keys, but it is what it is.
Mhm.
I mean, we're free, like I said, enough. We're still going to buy it,
Absolutely.
even if it's got a bunch of extra keys.
You know, why put that is kind of a good question, is why push intricate stuff before we get the basics down. But I guess in reality is the basics, if you think about like design wise, the basics are already been covered with GMK. And so Cat is like, finally, let's push outside of the box. Now that we can, let's go crazy with it. So I think once Cat starts catching on, we'll probably see more tame approaches to the caps. But I mean, at this point, why not go crazy?
Yeah, I think as we move on, I think Cat will become more popular. I mean, once it gets out there more, once people have more sets in hand, because I feel like I'm not the only person that's really this much in love with it. Like it's just there's not a lot of people that have it.
Mhm.
I mean, the only set that exists right now is that's out in the wild is Alpha, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Was Starry Nights Cat or was that Cam?
Cam, that's Cam, which was slightly different. But yeah, I think Cat has a huge opportunity, especially as we move into next year. It seems like GMK might be slowing down a little bit. I'm seeing more diversified interest checks with different things, which is really nice to see. I think we talked about that before about wanting to see more new profiles, seeing people kind of innovate what they can do with the other profiles that are available, and it's really cool to see that they can add on to that. GMK did purchase another machine, and it doesn't mean that they can do more stuff with the actual key sets. It just means they get things out faster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
Cam is just a
hopefully-
uniform profile. It's all row 3. What other cat sets are there right now? I think there's it's like Milkshake ran a while back, and then Eternal is still running right now, and then
Here's the one that was initially, I think, might have been a GMK set, and then it was
Oasis.
Oasis. Yeah, Cat
oh yeah,
Oasis.
yeah.
Cat Oasis.
Then there was a Cat Space Cadet is one that's up in interest check.
Oh, I didn't know that was up.
Yeah, I think it went up pretty recently. And then, sorry, my headset's currently dying.
That's the problem with wireless.
The only problem, but benefits.
So yeah. I'm not aware of any other cat sets that have been running or been in Cat Lich, that's the other one. That's the other one.
Oh yeah, it slipped my mind for a minute. Another Konosuba set.
It's gonna be I feel like next year might be, I feel like you might be right. Next year is probably might be the year of the cat.
Year of the Cat. I don't think
That's right.
that's actually true in the Chinese New Year, but
That'd be cool.
who knows?
So I know that you had when you ran Mizu, you purchased a bunch of sets for yourself. Well, for you, friends, family, the whole nine. How many sets
Yeah.
of Terra are you purchasing?
So we actually haven't got there yet, so I don't know. Probably around the same amount. Sorry, not more glamorous than that. We're not at the end of the group by yet, so I don't know what I'm doing.
Mhm.
Probably about the same as Mizu, to be honest, just so I can have some to give away and give out to people.
Absolutely.
Mom said cats aren't the calendar because they're unlucky. Noted.
How does the
Right.
giveaway work? The one with you guys are doing?
So if you are in chat, we will give a keyword, and then you will type the keyword, and that enters you into the giveaway, and then it will we'll discuss with Dixie if the rest of the information.
Okay, I got you.
So we have not picked a keyword yet, Jeremy 57.
It'll getting near the end of the interview.
So kitten. So if you guys have any questions for Rensuya, hit us up. Be happy to answer.
Yeah,
This
I'm an
is
open
Aphrodite
book
Chili-
for the most part.
Next year's the year of the cat. No, I think we were saying like next year is the year of the cat profile sets. So not necessarily actually the Chinese year of the cat. That'd be interesting though if it was, but I don't think it
I
is.
definitely think Cat's gonna take off more next year for sure.
I think it will, especially as these kits start to get out. To me, it's one of those things. It really takes just one successful set, one set of people being like, "Oh wow," because even Cat Alpha was fairly small. It didn't have a huge. It didn't sell a giant amount of kits. So I think it's just more people getting it into their hands, using it, seeing how they like it, and then it'll kind of take off. Because I think people like the idea of SA. They like the colors. They like the shine. They like the way it kind of hugs your fingers, but they don't necessarily like the way that it feels fully. They don't like how sculpted it is. So
I like the way it looks a lot. I just don't like the way it feels to type on it.
yeah, I think that's for me too. It's like it's way too.
It's too tall for
It's
me.
too sculpted. It's too tall. It wraps too much for me. But Cat being a little bit flatter, more along the lines of what a GMK set is, I think definitely is a little bit more pleasing to type on.
I might have missed it earlier. Do you have do either one of you have Cat Alpha or?
We don't, but I was actually able to spend quite a bit of time with Cat Alpha at the NorCal meetup a few weeks ago, and I really liked it because I'd been interested in getting into different profiles, different sets, because I like SA okay, but it's not something that I like to type on every single day. Like it would be a quick on, quick off kind of key set for me, maybe like a week on and then take some time off of it. But I really think Cat achieves the same goals for me personally as what I like from SA in a more pleasurable typing experience.
Yeah, for sure. I just really like how smooth it is and the way it sounds. It's got a nice sound to it. It's not like overly, I don't know how to put it, talky or clacky like SA is. Like SA just sounds like super loud when it bottoms out, but like Cat's not as intense, but it's still like it's got a nice sound to it.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just really like it.
SA is so loud. It is so
It is.
dang loud. You can
Yeah.
you could tell when someone is typing on SA. If you're like in a Discord call and they just start typing, and you can hear it, you can really tell.
Especially the space bars.
Oh,
Oh god.
Echo.
Yeah, it really depends on what switch you're using too. It can be a lot worse.
Absolutely.
I think they already mentioned the food. Somebody asked about food.
Was it? Oh, what's your favorite food?
I think I already listed all those, but I guess out of the stuff I listed earlier, my favorite's probably the sushi.
Yeah. What's your favorite role? What are you? Are you a adventurous type, or do you stay pretty?
So, not like a standard role or anything like that. You'd probably find. I don't know if you'd find it, out where you guys are, but like there's this restaurant that I like to go to out here. And they've got this roll. It's called a cowboy roll,
Hmm.
and it's basically just it's just a roll with like cream cheese, crab, I'm trying to think what else is in it, shrimp, and then it's got a piece of like extremely rare steak just laid across the top of the roll, and it's just fantastic. The steak they use is like I want to say it's like filet mignon or something. It just melts. So like the whole roll is just amazing.
That sounds incredible.
Yeah, it's like the go-to for me.
That I haven't had sushi in a while. It's been last time I went with. It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
I can't think of the last time I. Yeah,
I
suddenly.
just hate bad sushi. Like, I just can't do any. It's got to be good.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Can't be like cheap, like buffet style sushi or anything.
Yeah, I will say there is if you have a Kroger near you, Kroger actually has some pretty good,
Kroger like
Uh,
surprisingly has good.
surprisingly good made same day sushi. For a grocery store, it's pretty solid.
We do have Kroger's. I've never had sushi from there though. I've had sushi once from a grocery store, and I kind of just said I'd never do it again because it was so bad. It was real bad.
If you go at like noon, that's when they're making it,
Hmm.
and they actually it's like, I mean, it's not blow your hat off amazing, but it's still really like for it being a grocery store, it's like okay, I see you.
Well, I just kind of stopped trusting anything that wasn't like you know higher quality sushi. Just after I got sick one time, so like just never again.
That's all it takes.
I don't take.
One time. One time. That's all it
Yeah.
takes.
Yeah, I won't stop eating the stuff because of it, but I stopped buying any questionable sushi now.
Absolutely. You okay over there, Chewy?
Yeah, the meds are wearing off, like almost like clockwork. 12 hours later,
Mm-hmm.
I take it you're sick.
I'm on the tail end of bronchitis,
Oh God.
and so I took a bunch of like cold medicine this morning, but like my cough is coming back, and um, the laughing and yelling during the last segment didn't help.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's pretty rough. I don't think the vaping's helping though. Just saying.
Yeah, probably not.
I'll probably just take some more Dayquil because we are officially halfway done.
Oh yeah, we are. There. We're halfway.
That's cool.
Well, kind
You
of.
guys must be pretty tired.
11 hours, 59 minutes, and 39 seconds.
Surprisingly, not that tired.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
You're hungry?
I'm hungry. I
You
could
just had a
totally eat right
cupcake.
You should eat a cupcake.
now. Yeah, that was like an hour ago.
Gosh, man, can't keep this guy fed.
Hell.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got that charcuterie board that I will go to town on when you're doing the build.
Oh yeah, we're up next. I'm building. I guess I'm building the acrylic Alice that we're giving away. So that'll be
What
fun.
what key sets are you guys looking forward to the most out of what you've purchased that you're waiting on?
I'm not trying to shill, but Tara and Peaches and Cream.
Okay.
I'm only waiting on 3. So
I won't feel bad if you pick something else. I mean,
not like literally I'm waiting on those 2 and Waves.
Mhm.
Waves is up in the air of whether or not I'll keep it. But like Peaches and Cream has been one that I've wanted for a very long time, and then Terra's gonna be a long wait because I think I'm the board that I have it planned for is gonna show up in no later than January. So it's gonna be a long, like 8 months.
yeah. What are you planning for it?
So there's a board called the Austin that ran. I don't know if you
Oh,
ever
yeah.
heard it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And I like it because I love that you included accent colored arrow keys because it'll be a good chance to show off the entire kit. And that's
For sure.
I'm excited for it.
Austin was it's full size, yeah.
Yeah, it's an 1800 layout,
1800?
but they moved it over just enough to get a 2U0 on the numpad. So
Yeah,
it's got like one extra row in between the numpad and or one extra column between the numpad and the rest of the keys.
What color did you get?
Gray.
He gets
Gray?
everything
Oh yeah,
gray.
of course. Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty much every board is either white or gray.
Well, it
Although
should look
the
pretty
one
good
I
on
did
gray.
is green.
Yeah.
I did have a green KBD8X.
For me, I am waiting on a couple key sets. The one I'm most excited for though is olive. Really excited for olive, especially after proved color samples came out a couple weeks ago, and it should be shipping within the next month. I think we should get it before the end of the year, if not early next year. But olive, I think, looks really good. It's kind of up my alley in terms of design, kind of being like a little bit more understated and having a little bit more desaturated colors. And then, ironically, I'm also waiting on waves, which is the exact opposite of that. It's very bright.
Yeah.
But I felt like waves was a set that initially I didn't really like very much. When I first saw it, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. Then as I looked at it more and more, and I feel like Mizu is the same way. When I look at it more and more and I see it, I'm like, man, I really want that. And with Mizu, for me, it's like, man, I missed out on that. I'm like, I don't necessarily care about the the origin and the theme. I'm not an Avatar fan.
You're a Naruto fan.
I'm not a Naruto fan either. But I think it's a beautiful design and it works really, really well.
Yeah. It's not a bad set. I'm just not a huge fan of green, like I said. So
And waves is the brightest of the greens.
yeah, I mean, it's got to be like the right shade of green for me. And that's where Terra comes in. That's just like two shades of green that I like. So
Absolutely. And then as far as for me sets that are coming out soon, I'm really excited for Metaverse Round 2 because that's probably my biggest regret of not getting in on a key set. It used to be Olivia, but I'm not even sure if I'm even going to get Olivia plus plus. But I'm really excited for
okay.
Round 2 in January. What about you? What are you excited for that's coming out? What are you excited for? What are you excited to get?
Out of stuff that I've got coming, key set wise, probably the most excited for Delta.
Okay.
It's running right now. I joined that. I don't know. I think that set looks super clean. I think it's going to be a bit of a sleeper hit with how like DMG was. But I think a lot of sets are going to be like that, honestly, as we see more and more running and less people joining them. So like there's less available.
Yeah, I think absolutely right now, like this month specifically, is going to be a lot of those sets where people are like, maybe 6-9 months down the line, they're going to be like, man, I really wish I would have gotten that. When they see all the pictures on Reddit and all over the place, they're going to be like, man, I really wish that I would have gotten in on.
Yeah, and that's how it always goes. Like when, like you're maybe unsure about a set, but then it gets posted up and like there's all these nice pictures of it, and you can see them, and you're like, whoa, it looks so much better than I thought. I don't remember that set looking so good, and then you want it, and then everybody wants it. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people, and then the price goes up. I guess I'm also really looking forward to Coral. I got Coral as well.
Mm-hmm.
Also another sleeper hit, I think. It's a beautiful set. I'd say it's a little similar to Peaches in the way the colors are laid out, and I like that, but it's a different take. It's very different. Yeah, I just like the theme that set has too. It really pulled me in.
I liked Coral, but I would have wanted the Reef Kit or whatever, the mod colored alphas.
Yeah, to have like the full Coral.
The full Coral, and I was like,
Yeah.
that's cool, but I don't want to spend that amount of money.
Yeah, it's a hard pill to swallow. Like an extra 85, I think, is what it was for that kit.
To
So
get
like,
a bunch,
you got that,
and then to have a bunch of alphas to not
Yeah,
to just be sitting there in a bag forever.
yeah. I was actually right there with you because I wanted that kit as well, but it's kind of hard to swallow like $200+ just to use one normal, size board.
Imagine buying plastic to save the ocean.
It's true.
As long as the keycaps don't end up in the ocean, Should be okay.
All right. As far as key sets that haven't ran yet, I'm really looking forward to Polar.
Mhm.
I feel like it's kind of fallen off the radar a little bit, but I think I mentioned that key set last time too. That key set is still happening. I just like blue a lot. I'm like
Mhm.
I'm like how you are, Chewy, with green, but with blue. So any good blue set that runs, I'll probably consider it or I will get it.
I can't tell by the blue boards and the blue keycap sets and the blue shirt and the blue glasses.
No. Well, these aren't actually blue.
No.
Like a
I guess they're
gray.
gray, but
Do they look blue? I don't
they
know.
look a little blue. Once they get closer, they're gray. But when you lean back with the shirt, it kind of just fades to blue.
So they're actually wooden.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't even tell.
It's probably just the lighting. I don't know. I don't know.
You also have a blue keycaps. I think that's keycaps on the very bottom left of the of your screen. I think it's on.
Oh
the
yeah,
keyboard
I've got
front.
another keyboard off to the side here.
More blue.
More blue.
All about the blue.
Yeah.
I saw that board on Instagram today.
Oh yeah. I just took a picture of it today on the new Dixie mat. They
Yeah,
look pretty good.
I've got. I don't know where I put it, but I got one. I got mine in today as well.
Well, you got the other brown one that's like right behind you.
Yeah, I got this one and the floral one.
Yeah, I've got the Home Sweet Home one. I haven't unboxed that one yet.
Mhm.
I kind of like the floral one just a bit more.
I like the floral one. Will be really good for like pictures and stuff. This one I got for builds. And Osiris has already burned some solder into it, so
That's exactly what I bought that one for. Ironically.
that's funny. Yeah, because I was like, it looks good, but because it has a theme though, and it says Dixie for builds, it'll be like okay, yeah, it's perfect. Shout out Dixie, and then because it's dark too, if it gets dirty, I'm not really worried about it.
I just broke it in
Yeah.
for you. I
Yeah,
popped the cherry.
breaking it in. I've got there's some tough spots over here.
Yeah,
Not too
I just
worried
wanted
about it.
I just wanted the mat I could build on and not have to worry about too much because I already ruined a Mizu mat.
Oh, really?
Sadly, yeah. So I gotta wait on some more Mizu mats to come in where I can. I mean, the one I had, I just trashed it. I accidentally like laid the soldering iron down on it and just melted it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That was that. I'm sure that was one of those moments where you're just like, shit.
Yeah. I was so upset because I've been using that mat nonstop since I got it.
yeah.
You're supposed to wipe your feet on it, wipe your solder. It's gonna see a lot of builds, a lot of group buys. I'm happy with the way my keyboard life is now since I've got actual group buys that are finishing.
Yeah, I think when we had you on last time, Chewy had received 0 of his keyboard group by his actual keyboards at that point, and now he's gotten
I'm rolling
3.
the boards.
He's gotten 3. So
And 2 more should be here before the end of the year.
it's crazy how
What do
it
you got
works.
coming?
So I've got the Austin should be here. I'm not counting on it, but it should be here in December based on quotes. And then the board I designed, the Baka 60, in theory should be here. And in like 3 weeks, it should be shipping to me.
Which is
So-
crazy.
Yeah, they were. Well, the Austin wasn't a private buy, but the Baka was. So it's only 20 units. So they can work a lot faster.
All in gray, I would assume.
Yes, both of those are in gray. When I did for my group buy, it was literally you can get it in gray or you can get it in raw and Cerakote it.
Yeah,
It's
so
like here are your options:
its only option was gray or raw.
gray or get it done yourself.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people appreciated the fact that they were like, oh, I like that I can do this in raw, make it my own, and you got to save money on raw.
I also did. I keep forgetting about this set because it was pretty quick from Interest Check to announced for group buy. Running next month, GMK Dual Shot.
Oh yeah,
Love it. Love the theme. Growing up, PlayStation was really the only thing I ever had other than a Sega Genesis and a Game Boy. And I definitely had a lot more fun on the PlayStation than I did on on either the Genesis or the Game Boy. I'm actually considering getting this. I said this in our last stream. I'm actually probably going to end up getting DualShot over Olivia,
Oof.
which is, I feel like, a bold statement.
I'm right there with you.
Or I'll just get you Olivia.
Mm,
And then
yeah.
boom, you won't have to spend money on it.
I was gonna get Olivia next month, but I think because I missed it the first time, but I really like DualShock. My first console was a PlayStation 1, so the set really plays on things that I like. The colors are good, the theme. It's just a lot of nostalgia.
It
Did you
just
see the?
hits you in the
Sorry.
feels. It just hits you in the
Yeah.
feels.
Yeah, it does. Did you see the new arrow keys that he put out for it?
Yeah,
Oh,
those
it was so good.
take it
It
over
was
the
so
top.
good.
No, I
Yeah.
haven't seen it. Are they the is it triangle, circle, square, X?
No, but it's the colors.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah, it's the colors for him, but as arrow keys. Like I think somebody teased it, and I immediately messaged him, and I was like, "You gotta put those in the set. Like, I'll buy it if you put those in the set."
Well, and then I love the L1, L2, R1, R2 keys as well for the row 1. Those are awesome. Those are
What were those? I don't remember.
it's in that same novelty kit. It's just
Oh, I haven't looked at this at all. I've literally seen one picture of it.
I'm putting the link to the Geek Hack in
I'm
chat.
already there.
I've seen one picture of it on Instagram.
Oh yeah, those are. I don't remember seeing those when he first posted that, but I guess they were there. Those are pretty good.
It's just a cool little touch, a little way to
Yeah. I like how he's got the power and the analog keys just flashing on the rim.
Mhm.
What a flex.
It's gonna make people want to actually put an LED in their in their caps lock keys.
Yeah. Hot take for a second. I like this set a lot more than 8008. I know that was popular and it did really
Oof.
well, but I actually didn't like that set much. But this set is 10 out of 10 for me. Like it's great.
Dixie getting flamed.
Getting flamed.
Yeah, I'm flaming him.
He's flaming him that he doesn't like his one set as much as he likes his other set. But no, yeah, I think DualShock. And the other thing that's cool about this is that it's since it's all stock colors, it'll be pretty quick turnaround too, which is really cool thing to see.
As much as I like this, I'm gonna let you get it so that I vicariously see it through
Yeah.
you.
I feel like it could have been a little better with custom colors, but like I'm not complaining because it's going to be so much cheaper with the
Oh yeah.
with the GMK colors. And like it's unless you put this right next to like a PlayStation, like with the OG colors, like you're not gonna, you know what I mean? Unless you're looking at a
It gets
picture
the
of it.
job done immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's one of those things too. Like the colors for the red, teal, blue, and green, but yellow. I can't speak. Those are so small. Like there's the actual usage of those colors are so small that it doesn't really make as much of a difference as if it was like if those were full in those colors. If there was a kit,
I mean, you look at this and you know what it is. I mean,
oh yeah,
if
for
you
sure.
if you played on one of these or owned one of these, you know.
Yeah,
I never actually had a PS1. I had a PS2. I had the mini one. I don't know if you remember the mini PS2.
yeah.
They like downsized it, and so I got this is back when I had a big CRT TV, and I had this like tray on it, and you could actually spin the TV, and then under it was like this much space for like a VCR. And back then the PS2s were that big. And I was like, oh, this is perfect. So I go and I saved up allowance and chore money and all that stuff. And I go buy the PS2. I bring it home, and I pull out the actual console and I put it to the side because I thought it was the brick, the power brick. It's like this. It's suddenly like this big. I put it to the side, and then I like looked at it and I was like, wait, where's the actual PS2? And so when I put it under, I was like, man, it looks so dumb sitting there with just this tiny little device.
Yeah, I've actually got one of the minis still. I've got it put away in the closet, but
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I played Need for Speed Underground like hours and hours and hours. That and Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition.
oh my god, I love that game so much.
that was such a good game. My fondest memory of a PlayStation 1 was Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Oh, dude. That on.
That just like nonstop. Like go home from school Friday, hang out at your friends. You're playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater all weekend.
Yup.
That
Those were the good
was
days.
the good days.
Yeah.
Don't even go home until Sunday morning. That was the times of our
Golden
lives.
tapes. That and listening to ska music.
Oh god.
Japanese Horror Rider with the 3,000 bits. Ooh, overtaken Rick.
Ooh, thank you, Japanese
Thank
Horror
you,
Rider.
Japanese Horror Rider.
Appreciate
I
it.
appreciate that.
Yeah, I think the only way the custom color. I think if you did maybe the gray, the dark gray, that would have been the way you would have maybe made it a little bit more accurate, I guess. But like you said, you know what it is. You look at it and you're like, oh shit, PlayStation.
Yeah. I really like the primary gray. I mean, for being a stock GMK gray, it looks really good.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, it took me by surprise with how much I liked it and how easily it was able for me to be like, I don't want Olivia anymore. I'm just gonna get this.
Yeah.
So yeah, what are you waiting on any boards that you're excited for? Got coming in?
Say again, sorry.
Any keyboards that you're waiting on? Excited for coming in?
Like on the way, like from
Mhm.
Group Buy? Oh, okay. Yeah. I think the one I'm looking forward to the most is probably the Bauer. I'm really looking forward to it a lot more than I was, just because now it's getting closer, I think. And the Cypher, the Mini 1800.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got to type on one in NorCal, and oof, that's such a cool board. I'm kind of
Yeah.
annoyed with myself for not getting it on the.
I love that layout. I think it just aesthetically looks so nice to me.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm really looking. That's actually I'm hoping that board comes in rather soon, because that's the board I'm going to put Mizu on, or that's the plan.
Mhm.
I got the midnight blue one, and funny thing, the color code that they used for the Anno is the same color that we ended up going with at the end of color sampling for the Mizu mod color. So it matches up perfectly.
Interesting. So obviously you've done tons of key sets at this point, and it looks like that's going to continue into next year and for the foreseeable future. Do you have any want to kind of venture into board design as well?
Probably not.
It is a different beast all on its own.
It's not that I wouldn't be interested in it. I just don't have the time for it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm already pretty busy enough without doing the key set stuff, with just everything else I have going on. But the key sets have just added so much more to it. But I enjoy it so much, so I definitely want to keep doing it.
Absolutely. Well, you're doing an insane job. You're pumping them out, and you're pumping out bangers, as we say on this channel.
Bangers.
Like left and right. It seems like every set I'm like, ooh, this is cool. Ooh, this is sweet.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Do you guys like the other ones I have at IC right now, or?
So I surprisingly like Aqua Goddess, like a lot more than I thought I would initially. It's one of those things that I saw it initially, I kind of stored it away in my head for later, and then now just like I think I remember looking at the interest check probably about a month ago, and I was like, I don't know what the theme is from. Not into it, but man, it looks cool, and it's a really cool set to kind of get something a little bit different. Like I love the pink color specifically.
Yeah.
Like I wish that was like super a little bit more prominent in the kit, but I definitely I love the way that it looks, and I'm excited to see what it looks like in PBT. And knowing that it's
Yeah.
PBT, I'm like, I can just get it. It'll probably be like $100 for like everything.
Yeah, if it stays PBT, it'd probably
True.
be like it'd probably be about $100 for everything, something like that. Funny thing, you like the pink though. The pink almost didn't make the cut. I almost cut it completely.
Really?
Yeah, but that was before I started to like the pink. And then the more I looked at the pink, I realized that was probably the better looking of the accents. I think the pink and the darker blue accent looks really good together. But that's just me.
Yeah, I think it does. Would agree with you on that. Plus, I'm really just excited to see that more like pale blue.
Yeah.
Like I had, for whatever reason, when I look at it, it makes me think of almost like a Mentos, like the different colored Mentos. I don't know if you've ever seen those. How they have like
Yeah.
the blue, pink, like it almost looks like candy. It's like really cool. I love it.
Yeah, it's definitely the pale blue is a little similar to Mizu, like the Mizu Alphas, but it's definitely a different color. So I guess you'd say you like it more for the colors though than the theme. Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea what the theme is
No,
related
that's
to.
fine. It's just another anime, just like Avatar is.
Yeah, I'm not an anime lover. I unfortunately never really got into animes. Chewie's into
Well-
Dragon Ball Z, which I guess is an anime.
I mean, it's anime. That's kind of the like
The line
that's
rides the fence.
yeah, because a lot of people are like, it's kind of a meme in the anime world, really, of like, oh, I'm really into anime. What anime? Dragon Ball Z. Like I like My Hero Academia. Like Avatar, obviously, is a great one. Dragon Ball Z. I've watched. I really liked Death Note. Death Note was awesome. That one's probably the best written one, I think, just because it is a complete story that finishes. So,
Yeah.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with DBZ. Trust me, I could still be talking about Dragon Ball with the 12 hours we've been going on right now.
Yeah, he likes DBZ, but right here, this is all DBZ seasons and DVDs, and then all of the Dragon Ball, like the entire
All the
saga.
manga.
Oh, nice.
I've read all of them like at least 4 times.
Would you say that's your favorite anime then?
Yeah, that's my favorite like actual anime.
Okay.
Although I really like Super. I think they're doing a great job, and then other than that, I do really like My Hero Academia is probably the best one that's come out in a while. I think that's super well written and super voice acting.
Yeah, My Hero is pretty good. It's definitely really up there for me. I think my favorite anime is probably gonna have to be One Piece though. It's just it's really good if you're caught up with it, but it's a pretty big commitment to watch that show.
Yeah, going, hey, you got 19 years watching this show. Oh, okay. Well,
My thing is, I just can't, for whatever reason, I can't get into shows where I have to the subtitles.
I don't personally really like them.
Yeah,
I watched Dragon Ball Super because there was 7 months delay.
Mhm.
Like I'm not gonna wait 7 months, but yeah.
And I know
Oh,
that.
you mean you don't like reading the subs? Is that what you said?
Yeah, and I know
Oh.
that a lot of times the dubs are like don't necessarily capture the show in the same way that they intend. I guess is what I've heard people say. I don't know. I'm speaking in an area that I'm not well versed in at all. But yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I've tried to watch Death Note, and I've gotten into it, but I'm just like, eh.
Yeah.
It just
Been a long
doesn't
time
have
since
for
I
me.
saw that one. Pretty good though.
Yeah, I tried to get into it because the Netflix like movie came out. People, it was like really hyped on like in the media, and then all my friends were like, "Dude, screw that! Don't watch that. That's BS. Watch the real thing. Get the full story. Get everything." And so I started it, and I was just like, "Can't do this." Like, so
Yeah. I actually prefer the dubs to some shows. I think they do it more justice with the dubs opposed to the subs. But I know with most shows the subs are better, and people like that, just like that Japanese audio. It just gives the better, the feel of the way that the show was meant to be.
Yeah, because like in the subs for Dragon Ball Z is way fun, and Goku's like real goofy, and he's real like a lot more like happy-go-lucky. Where in the dub version, he's still a little goofy, but they tone him down.
Yeah, he's a little bit more serious, just a
Sean
bit.
Schimmel has a lot more like serious acting to it, and I mean, both of the people did a great job at it. But I think I really like the dub because I grew up watching the dub.
Yeah, I usually
Dragon
prefer
Ball,
the
so.
subs, but I think Dragon Ball's one because I've seen it both ways. I've
Mhm.
seen that show a couple times, and I like it both ways. I'm okay with both.
Never got into Dragon Ball. With that one specifically, I tried really hard. I've seen a decent amount of it. But I've never been like, let me pour a ton of time to shows. But I'm not someone like at this point in my life. I don't really watch a whole bunch of shows at all in general.
Yeah. If you're looking for one, I'd recommend recently, me and my girlfriend watched it. It's Demon Slayer. It's new and it's really, really good.
Interesting.
But
I'm actually
you'll
gonna
have to wait because it's not available in English right now. So if you want to watch dubs, you're going to be waiting a little while.
Interesting. What's funny is I actually have some friends that work at like Funimation. That's the place where they do all the different animes that you can watch them. I have some friends that work there, and they're always like, "Yeah, watch this," and I'm like, "It's not for me. It's not for me." So, but I might have to check some stuff out.
It's like I tried to get into Naruto. I couldn't.
Oh,
Naruto it was fine at first, but then I was like, it's like we have to get from point A to point B.
Yeah.
And there's like it's like they travel 10 feet and someone shows up, and then it's like a 6-episode fight.
That show has got some of the worst amounts of filler.
And then it's like, oh my god, it takes 40 episodes for them to get from one side of a forest to I'm just like, God, like that's why I think My Hero Academia does a really good job pacing and keeping the story moving. So, because I directly relate, like I still think one of the best paced shows ever is Avatar. Like, that show just does such a good job, like making you want more, and like just keep watching. So.
Yeah, I think that's got a very powerful story that show does. It's definitely my second favorite show, right under the One Piece.
Interesting. Jerk Chicken. It's not like a plug, I guess. It's Funimation is based here, so it's
in Dallas.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, Jeremy, I said Demon Slayer, but Goblin Slayer is good too. I was just responding to somebody.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
I will say, one of the coolest experiences of my life outside of getting married is when I worked at the hotel that Eric works at, I came across these people. I'll show this off real quick. This is
we have a couple game studios based in Dallas.
Yeah, so I was checking these people in, and I don't remember what they said, but they were talking about. I was like, "Oh, what company you're working? Blah blah. I'll help you. Like, I can help you with travel going to and from." They're like, "Oh, what video games do you play?" And I told them at the time I was playing like Overwatch and stuff, and I was like, "But I grew up on Age of Empires." And they're like, "Oh, funny enough, we're the company that made Age of Empires." And I was like, "Wait, time out, what?" And then so I started making all these promises up to my boss, and I was like, "Listen, we're gonna give these people time of their lives. and I like drove them to and from their like event, and I gave them like upgrades and all this because the hotel was like half empty, so I was able to have a lot more leeway with what I could do. And so I got sent a care package, and it's a box. Is this the right one? Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry. I'm not. I got sent a box of Age, like the actual game is in here too. I haven't taken it out. Well, I haven't like the actual Age of Empires disc is on here, and like the people like on here it says like there are people that like there's one that's like I did this. Yeah, code artist and stuff like that. And I was like, this is, and I got a lot of other. And then they invited me to go test a video game. It's actually what was it called? Orcs Must Die.
Mm-hmm.
It was like Orcs Must Die 3 or whatever. And so, on top of all of that, I get asked to go test Orcs Must Die. And lo and behold, they're like, "Oh, we'll dinner beforehand." And sitting 4 people away from me is Chris Sabat, who's the voice actor and producer of Dragon Ball Z and Vegeta and Piccolo. And I went over and I was like, "Hey, you're Chris Sabat." He's like, "I am." And I was like, "Oh my God." And I got to sit down and have dinner with Chris Sabat for like 30 minutes and just grill him about Dragon Ball. And it was, that was the.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty crazy story.
And yeah, because he fucking lives in Dallas.
Yep, there's a ton of them. It's like ID Software's based here. Doom games. Yeah, it's a cool place to be. But yeah, keyboards, huh? Keyboards.
Yeah, keyboard. Yeah.
I got a little off topic.
Just a little bit of a derail. Nothing that bad, right?
It's okay. It's a really cool story, and it's kind of funny how stuff like that happens, you know.
One thing led to another, and I was sitting across a huge celebrity of mine. And what's cool about voice acting, it's like, oh, like people only like a real fan, someone who really follows them, is someone that's actually going. Like if someone comes up and recognizes you, you're like, oh, there's me a long time ago, Chris Sabat. He's a cool dude. You ever get a chance to meet him? Anyway, enough about Dragon Ball Z and personal stories. Rensuya, GMK Terra.
I think there's a ton of anime themed key sets coming out. So
yeah, for sure.
It's interesting to see how many there are. It's cool to see so much inspiration from one genre of media, like one subgenre of media.
Yeah, it's awesome to see. Like speaking of like so many anime sets coming out, like with my Aqua set, the other cat set, the purple one, the Lich set. That's actually based on a character from the same show as the blue one from Aqua. So 2 characters, 2 key sets, both from the same show. And then it's not out yet, but I know of another person that's working on another key set now that's coming from the same show that me and him also just made that from. So
that's funny. It's cool. It's cool to see inspiration from things. Whether or not I know what it's from or how it came about, I can definitely appreciate a well-founded and well-thought-out set. It's cool to see people designing things from other things that they really enjoy. We're just putting colors together, then it would just be like a machine. You're just cranking out things, but you have inspiration behind it. It's a little bit to it, I guess.
Well, it's like
yeah, for sure.
Shoko was so popular.
Mhm.
Most people just like because they blue.
Yeah, I was so worried before I put Mizu out. Like, there wasn't a whole lot of anime stuff going on, at the time then, and I don't know. Like, I think I told you guys last time, I almost didn't even IC that set to begin with. That almost didn't happen. I was just too worried, because it just felt like, man, these people are just gonna think I'm a big weeb, and this is the dumbest set, and it's just gonna, not happen. It's gonna tank.
What was it? Was it GMK or not GMK? But it was SA Berserk. That's like one of the first
Hmm.
anime themed sets that I can think of,
Yeah.
and I had
What are
like
some?
that had some cool ones. Like 'cause I had like Iron Man novelties and Flash novelties.
Yeah, it had like dual theme. It it
Mhm.
played on some other. Like it also played on like Evangelion, I think too.
Yeah,
Yeah. What are some other anime themed sets
yeah. People are saying
that you have?
Kaiju
Oh yeah, Kaiju. Yeah.
and then
Oh,
Metaverse.
well, Metaverse is a video game.
Oh,
Well, wait a minute. Kaiju is that's themed around I thought Godzilla and stuff.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Godzilla.
And yeah, I think they're thinking about the old version of Kaiju.
Yeah.
Now the
Oh,
yeah
okay.
yeah.
Next, which novelties?
In Mizu, he said.
Oh, Mizu.
Wait, now what?
Yeah, the novelties of Mizu. Talk about.
Yeah, design process of those.
What do you mean exactly? Just why I picked those particular images for the keys, or
Yeah, I think so. Look,
okay.
uh, yeah.
I mean, really, it just came from my intense love for the show, and my favorite aspect of the show was the Water Nation. So I just pulled everything that reminded me the most of that show, and the imagery that I thought best represented those things that I liked about it, and that's what really made the novelty skit that you guys see. Like for example, the Naga novelty, the polar bear. I really liked. I really liked that character in the second show. Well, the animal, but I just really liked the part that she played. And as far as like the koi fish, those are pretty standard. Those played a big role in the first show. Those
Mhm.
were the
And the
first
season
water
one.
benders and like two in law. Yeah. So those had to go in. Those had to be included. And I guess some of the ones that were more, I guess, low key were like the ocean wave. That's pretty generic. It's just water, but I thought it looked cool. It would look cool to have some crashing water.
Hmm.
It made sense.
I it would have been cool to do some sort of blood bending theme
Yeah, I actually wanted to do that.
because
That
that's like a huge deal. But
yeah.
I don't know how you. I
Well,
don't know
see,
how
we
you
we
would do
had some
that.
stuff sketched up for that, and I even had at one point a version of Mizu that had like red accents for the
Hmm.
blood. So that existed at one point, and it just looked so bad. I could not get it to look good, so I just cut that. Um, I really wanted it to happen though, because the blood bending was super cool, right? Like that was
Yeah,
so
that's.
powerful. Yeah.
If you are unaware, blood bending is water bending of blood, so you can control people.
Interesting.
You can only do you can only do it during a full moon, correct?
Yeah. Well, that's
Or
not
it's a
true for
blood moon.
all the characters.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
okay.
I'm sitting here listening to y'all talk, and I'm like, yeah, sure, cool.
Yeah, totally. Secret tunnel, bro. Secret tunnel.
But I mean, I think when you're designing a set like this,
I said secret tunnel. My wife just started singing secret tunnel in the other room.
I think when there's a theme to a set like this, when it's coming from a show, I think novelties are important to be the things that help define the character, and that looks. It seems like that's what you did. You did the things that come from the show that help define what you were trying to portray with your set.
Yeah.
I do apologize for spoilers. My bad. Like, if you haven't seen the show, I am sorry about that. Although the show's been out for like 11 years. Still, my
Oh,
apologies.
I didn't even think about spoilers. I was about to say more too. I'm glad I didn't.
I think you're okay. It's like a show that's
It's
been
over
out
a
for-
decade old,
yeah.
but still, icon mods.
If you haven't seen the show, you should watch it unless you absolutely hate, animated series.
They're coming out with a new one.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Really?
It sounds like they'll do a good job.
I might have
Yeah.
to give it a try. It's been a long time since I've really sat down and really dove in on a show. I think I occasionally will like open up Netflix and watch, ironically, most of their animated like adult shows.
Yeah.
But I think maybe it's time to get into something like
It's 3
Avatar.
seasons, so it's not like a huge commitment. It's like 60 episodes, and it's a start to finish story. Korra,
Don't be hating.
I didn't like Korra that much. It was good. It was fine, and it was cool to see a lot of stuff like tie in from the original, but it wasn't the original. Therefore,
Yeah. I mean, definitely the original show. I preferred. It's a better show. It's very, more well written. It had a very consistent story, which both do. But the first show, you just couldn't top it. There's no way to top that. But I really like the second series, and like you said, seeing all the things that tied in from the first show, like those just hit me on an emotional level. Like when I was watching the second show, it was just awesome. I loved it.
But
Yeah, you should
Anthony Hensley, welcome to a keyboard a keyboard
Stream.
Twitch stream that we talk about Avatar.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's fitting. He's running an Avatar themed set, and he had Mizu before that, so it's fitting to hear the background as someone who has no idea what's going on with it. It's cool to hear a little bit of inspiration and hear a little bit about why things are the way they are.
Yeah.
I think I got an idea for our super secret code word.
What is that? This is about time.
It's about that time, and I think the code word should be secret tunnel. So, we are going to be giving away a base kit of GMK Terra. This will obviously you will get it once the group buy finishes up, since no one has it. Yeah, we're giving away GMK Terra code word that Osiris is setting up. Will be secret tunnel. We will set up shortly.
There we go.
Thank you for coming on the show, man.
Yep.
Super happy to get you back on. I'll let you know. I guess
I always enjoy being on. It's a lot of fun.
It's cool to hear. It's cool to hear about key sets, especially someone like. I feel like you've had the busiest year of any designer that I've seen. You've rivaled the Oblotskis, the Zambumans, the Tombries of the world in most key sets, and they've all been like super successful. Like no question, all hit MOQ. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it was even crazier for me that they've been so successful.
Kralbit's here. Kralbit has made his entrance.
Yeah, with the Justice for Bisa Roman. All
Yeah, so it's secret tunnel, one word, all lowercase.
yourself entered to win a set of GMK Terra. Thanks to Rensuya and Dixie Mech for sponsoring this.
Yeah, big shout out to those two.
A little teaser, I guess. I have another set that's not entirely mine, but another set that will be coming out soon. It's a collab set with another person.
Ooh.
So,
excited.
Another person in the community.
I'm
Get this light mode cancer off my screen.
What is this? Nightbot? Light mode? You know what? It's 12:45 in the morning. Okay, I need some light mode.
Yeah, Colt's gonna be showing up here in a few hours with the arrow.
So, how does the giveaway thing work? Does it stay open for a period of time here, and they just close it?
So what happens is basically whenever we're ready to roll it, there's a little button on here that just says roll it, and it picks randomly from the people who have entered the secret tunnel code into chat. It picks randomly from those people, and it gets announced in the chat.
Oh, okay.
So
Gotcha.
it's basically like an automated raffle, essentially. It's actually really cool. It'd be a cool way to do raffles. Like if you're a artisan designer, this would be a cool way to just raffle it off.
Just make something raffle. So, but coming up next, we got an acrylic Alice build. Pretty stoked on that. That we will be giving away that build at the end of the build.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that.
Well, I guess we talked about the Avatar's background so much. I guess a small teaser for Fire would be if you're looking forward to that set mainly for the theme because you don't know the colors yet. Then one thing to look forward to is I'll be paying a lot of homage to Iroh, which is my favorite character from the first show.
He's the best character. They're like
Yeah.
he's a top 5 character in TV show.
Yeah, he is fantastic, and he will be getting a lot of love in that set. So
We listen. So I play D&D every week, and we listen to Avatar because it's a good like thematic. The music in that show is fantastic. But this playlist has the Uncle Iroh song, and right in the feels every single time.
oh god, right? I don't know if I
Because
could keep it together and hear that right now. Like,
I can't. I don't want to give away. That episode was amazing. That's like
Yeah.
8 minutes long. That part. Um. So, but yeah,
yeah.
secret tunnel, one word, all lowercase. Hop in for a base kit of GMK Terra, and you can copy me in getting GMK Terra.
I was like, wait, what?
So, man, I can't. I literally I can't tell you how excited I am for GMK Terra.
I'm glad you like it so much.
He would think if we weren't like literally going to NorCal like 2 days later, he would have gotten it on the first day.
Oh yeah, I would have.
Insta.
That would have been like I would have stayed up for no reason. Just to get it at midnight and be like, got it.
Just waiting for Dixie to make an announcement that it's up.
Be like, go. That's gonna be one of those sets that like literally I'm not gonna be like that, and Peaches and Cream are gonna be one of those days where I'm just like staring out the window. Or I'm gonna get like a notification that I got delivered to my apartment. Like I'm gonna be knocking at the door when the delivery person's standing there.
Have you got plans for what you're going to put Peaches on? Gray as well?
Peaches is going to. So I'm actually. Peaches is one of the interesting ones because it doesn't. Well, it has a home, the Lumina,
Oh, yeah.
but
Okay.
Peaches might beat the Lumina by a year.
It might have a
so-
home.
Yeah, it might have a home. So I'm thinking I might put it on my KBD8X that's green because I think that green might mesh well. If not, I'll figure something out with it.
I
What
mean,
shade of green does that board use?
It's kind of a darker green. It's not as like Kelly green. If I wish it was like super bright green, because then it would work great. But
it's like an army green.
army,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's closer to
about-
an army green.
Yeah. I was
Which
about to say,
stash for you? I'm going to show off that board right before I do the acrylic Alice. So I
Yeah,
know
it was-
I haven't forgotten.
I think pastel colors will look really good with it. If it would have been like pastel green, I think that would have been really cool.
Yeah. But I don't know. It'll be fine on a gray board. I'll put it on something.
Yeah.
So, but my goal is to put it on something because I think that board will look amazing on the board.
Yeah.
So,
Mine's going on white personally.
oh, I was gonna get the Godspeed. I think that's what I was gonna.
Oh, the
75% that just got announced.
from Fropsy.
Propsy.
Or with Fropsy, the Godspeed. No, I think I might have to need to get a cat set. And of the cat set I've seen, even though purple's my favorite color, I don't really like Lich very much. I like Atlantis. I like the blues. I think there's a lot of opportunities with the kits. I like the different alphas. Pick up that.
I'm sure it's been compared to Abyss already, but SA row 3 uniform, meh.
Well, I like
Yeah.
because you have the Korean kit, right? See that?
Yeah, there's Korea.
That makes me. That's. I want that. I just like the Korean alphas. I think they look so clean.
I personally like the Greek a lot.
Mm-hmm. That's one set that I'm going to be sad that I couldn't get in on is GMK Sparta.
Isn't it wild that there's 4 Alphas kits though? Like, it's
Yeah.
a little crazy. Can you think about doing that with GMK just for a second?
If you want all 4 alpha kits, that's what, $320 just for
Be
alpha
nuts.
kits.
It's crazy. Well, all right. So let's get some more people in here. I know there's only 53 eligible users currently. Go ahead and put in the word secret tunnel, or I guess word secret tunnel, but all one word, all lowercase, secret tunnel, in order to be entered to win a set of GMK Terra. It's Rensuya's current set that's running. Part 2.
Oh, so,
Oh, go ahead.
oh, you go ahead.
As I say, part 2 of the Avatar extravaganza.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if you liked the, you had said Osiris, you liked the Aqua set. If it does get switched to Cat, that may be a consideration there.
That too. I think that would actually look really good too because of the cat with it being a little bit just the way the plastic is.
The
It's in the
shinier
plastic. It's
a
just a
little
little bit
bit.
shinier.
Yeah, that's what I was
Definitely
thinking too. Yeah.
It would, especially with like those like candy colors, it almost make it look like the. Yeah, I think that the shine would actually do really well for it.
Kind of the soft look, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think if you're ready, I'm ready to go ahead and roll it. See who wins.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm excited. This was one of the first giveaways I think we secured
Mhm.
when we came up with the idea. So really excited to see who this.
All right. Well, you want to count us down, Chewy?
Best of luck to everybody.
Boom. Let's see who got it.
Bay
Bay Blanc. Bay Blanc. Let's see a message.
Message us in the chat. Let us know. There you go. Poggers in the chat. Congratulations.
Poggers.
Join us on Discord. Send Chewy over here a PM and we'll get you set up. And just taking care of it. Won't probably be until Monday because we're gonna need a day of recovery tomorrow after.
Although, yeah, this one will be easier because this one's just
Yeah.
send to Dixie and he'll get you set up. But yeah, just send me a PM and we'll get you taken care of. Congrats, man.
Yeah, congrats.
It's a great set and you'll enjoy it for many years to come.
Yeah, for sure.
Shine it up.
Get it nice and shiny. Definitely love shined GMK sets.
I was about to ask if you preferred the shine or not.
I think I like shine because it shows that a set has been loved to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to if you earn the shine.
If you earn the shine.
I like the shine if the shine is earned. If I don't want to buy a already shiny set.
There's nothing to me. There's nothing better than a set that is unevenly shined to because you can really see what people, how they type. It's awesome.
I love the way it feels. I love shine.
Excess bread, by the way, it's like 2 hours for that giveaway, just so you don't like miss it.
Oh, Chewy.
What's up?
I gotta ask. So you're obviously into the Avatar theme. You bought Terra. I know you didn't buy the novelties kit, but which novelty do you like the most out of the kit? That
Let me look. I want to say
that
it's
hits you for the show.
the fan, but let me.
Okay, Kyoshi fans.
Yeah, honestly, if I am, let me. Sorry, going through the. Come on, pulling it up.
I just always like hearing what people liked the most or into.
All right, so I like the totem, the like logo, their signet, I guess. That one's a solid one. The fan is my favorite. I'm not a fan of the Toph. I think it's just the ears throw me off. Just not my cup of tea, really. I do really like the hut, but I don't use 1.25
The
keys.
hut.
little hut, the house.
Yeah.
And the Badger Mole, while it looks good, honestly, the Badger Mole is the only thing I'm not like the biggest fan of in the show in general. I'm just like, okay, like they're cool, but Toph is so much cooler.
Yeah.
And honestly, the big deciding factor is I was like, I would buy these, but only use like 3 of them personally.
That's
So,
fair.
but the fans are the first one I always look. Those are the Kyoshi Warrior fans.
Yeah. My personal favorite's gonna have to be the Toph, but she's a great character.
She is a great character. Also, I liked Super Duper Jack Toph from the play.
Oh my god, that's the greatest, right?
So, well, thank you again. Check out GMK Terra. Got a few more left on it. And we will be back shortly. We're going to take a quick little break, get the stuff set up for the build. When's the Alice giveaway? 2 hours. 2 hours roughly. Basically, we're about to build the Alice, and then we're going to give it away at the end of the stream. So, you are welcome.
Yeah. Thanks again, Rensuya. Appreciate it. Check
Yeah,
out all
thank
his
you.
sets. The dude is spitting fire. Like everything that he releases is awesome. Appreciate it. And we'll see y'all back here in a little bit.